But without further ado, let's get on to the video where I build this, and I really hope you guys like this video. It took me a long time, and I'm very sorry that I haven't posted since a real video since last. Well, everybody's in. Catfish is down there at the bottom. This tank is only 3 gallons less than the 29 gallon. It's a 26 gallon bow front, so not too much less space. Actually, a little bit less sideways wise, and a little bit more front to back. But everybody's in there. I think everybody's okay. They're not going to be in there for too long. The goldfish obviously are staying in there, but the danios and the catfish are going to come out of there. So I'll probably have to do the same thing that I just did in there to be able to catch the catfish. Well, I have all the rocks in here now. They're all clean, so I'm going to dump them back in there. I just cleaned the aragonite. I want to clean my white sand, but I think it's going to go through the strainer straight into the sink, so I'm going to have to use this bucket in order to clean it. This is the white sand I'm going to be using. I bought this at Petco. It's going to go in. To me, the best look in any aquarium is white and black. Don't know why, but that's just what I think looks the best. I'm going to give it a good mix here. I might go grab the rest of that little white sand. Yeah, that looks crazy to me. So I think I'm going to try and place some rocks right now, but I'm probably going to wait. I'm going to try and get a rough guess of what I want to do in here, but I'm more than likely going to wait till tomorrow so that I have my gimbal. This rock here is kind of going to be a showpiece rock. So I think what I'm trying to do is get this at an angle like that. Dig out a little channel for the rock. It may have to go like this. It's much bigger than I thought. So it'll probably have to go like this, and then I'll just hold it right now. That's one of my ideas. And then another one would be probably to have this rock right here along the back, or have this rock right here like this to hide the heater. Oh, it stays up like that. So I'll probably have this rock there to hide the heater. It won't hide like the top part of the heater, but if I were to stack it on top of a rock and have it like right at the edge, the top of the water, that would probably be the best way to cover up the heater. Whenever I'm building a tank or cichlid tank, most of the time I end up picking these more square type rocks. Or, well, I have a lot of these rocks, so that's why they're normally what I pick. But I think on this scape, I'm trying to get a different feel from what I normally do. So one of my ideas would be like to go like this, and then I'd have to get another rock for that, but, and then off of that, try and go like this. No. Probably try and go like this off of that one. Oh, I kind of like that. Then pick this one up and put it there. Oh, it's actually looking pretty dang good. Okay, so that's the current scape. I'm not really liking the middle, but I am liking this left side over here. I think that looks really good. What I'm trying to do is create more spaces for them to hide, and the back, that big rock probably won't stay where it's at. Just because I don't want there to be a hiding spot like in the back where I can't ever see them, you know. But the Danios will stay out in the front, but the catfish and all the other ones are gonna have to fight each other for space. I have so many different types of rocks, like from this to like a different color of this. So I think I'm gonna pull the back rock out. Well, I'm gonna pull this out for now until I can find a better place. This thing's heavy now, filled with all that water. Okay, let me get this. So, I do enjoy the way that this cave over here looks. I do really like the way that this cave over here looks. Need a smaller rock. Hey guys, Editing Christian here. So in this next clip it's going to be very sped up as I move the rocks around. I was just trying to make sure that I created the most amount of hides that I could for my cichlids. I had a lot of ideas, and as you'll see, I moved the rocks around many times. It's definitely going to be cloudy for the first little bit. Hey guys, Christian here again. So, my phone died and I forgot to record the rest of this, so unfortunately there has to be this giant switch from there being no rocks to all the rocks being there and the water going in. I did not think I was going to have this done today. I don't think I'm going to get the pump hooked up today, so I probably won't get the fish in there, but tomorrow I'll be back down here and I'll be I probably won't be able to get the pump hooked up today, so tomorrow I'll definitely be down here and I'll be hooking up the canister filter, and I'm excited because my fish are going to have a brand new home and the cichlids will have way more places to hide and they won't be as mean to each other finally. Definitely did not take me as long as I thought it was going to. The water's actually coming out pretty clear because I'm not stirring up the substrate. Ooh. The water's actually coming out of the hose pretty clear because I'm not stirring up the substrate right now, because I have it going off one of the rocks and then towards the substrate. A few spots are a little cloudy, but it really is not as cloudy as I thought it was going to be. I think I'm going to have to mount the heater sideways on the side of the glass. Or I could mount it in the corner. I'll probably do that. I'm so glad I came up with this return pump idea. It's making this so much easier on me. I don't have to lift a bucket. I don't have to do anything. Once it gets too low, I'm going to have to come over here and hold it down in the water. But yeah, that went from pretty much completely full to about a quarter of the way full, and that's about half the way full, so it'll get 3/4 of the way full before the water runs out. I'll probably end up having to scoop some of this back in there by hand, but the more that I can get in there with this pump, the better. Here's the finished product. 2 days of running the filter and the water is crystal clear. Nothing in there, and the pump is running perfectly, nothing swirling around. There are a few little duckweed pieces swirling around on the top, but that's no bother, they'll die. So even though it might look kind of strong, as it was hitting the top, it's really not that strong. I just put my hand in there, and it really, you can really only feel it about like, you can really only feel it right here, and it's super strong right here, but then you can feel a little bit of current here, and then out here you can't really feel anything. So the Danios won't have to swim too hard once they hit the other side of the tank. If you look this corner, really undisturbed, really nothing. The little pieces of duckweed are just floating over there in the corner, and like obviously in the caves and stuff it won't be very disturbed. So tank looks great. I'm really happy with how it turned out. I'm definitely going to end up putting the fish in here in a couple days. I might even put them in today, I don't know. Well, the temperature of the water is kind of making me not want to. It's a little bit hotter than the water that they're currently in. So I think I'm going to turn the heater down so that it's at a temperature that they're at right now. And then I'll put the temperature back up once I get them in there. Guys, so I got the final product here. This is about a year of this tank running. Pothos is growing extremely well. None of the fish have had any illness. None of the fish have died. Recently I did have to move my one cichlid over to the 26 gallon as he was bullying my catfish and the other peacock. But all in all, I'm very glad with how well it stayed together. I have had to rescape it more than once. Originally, all the caves were one cave, so I had to go in there, move the rocks, and fill in the parts where there were gaps where the fish could just make it all one cave. And then I had to also change the rock layout whenever I took the other cichlid out. But I think that this is probably the closest that it has been to what it originally was when I started. So all I have to say is that the fish have definitely loved their new home, and that this is way more naturalistic than I had them in previously. The goldfish also don't live in the 26 gallon anymore, so that'll be another video coming up. If you liked today's video, smash that like button. Let me know what I should do next. I do have a surprise coming though.